viewers, I'm Bersabet Takhla and this is ERi-TV English News Broadcast live from the headquarters in the capital Asmara. Coming up are the top stories for today, Thursday, 9 October. President Isaias Afwerki met senior Sudanese delegation. Commendable vaccination coverage in Eritrea Ginda subzone. UK seeks a quick implementation of India trade deal. And China and Malaysia to hold a joint military drill. In your domestic reports, President Isaias Afwerki met in mid-afternoon hours today at State House, a Sudanese delegation led by Prime Minister Dr. Kamel Idris for extensive discussions on enhancement of bilateral ties, the efforts underway to resolve the conflict in Sudan, as well as other regional and international issues of mutual interest. President Isaias underlined that Eritrea's position on vital matters regarding Sudan is both principled and immutable, anchored as it is on an unequivocal support to Sudan's unity and dignity. President Isaias further added that Eritrea will continue to play its part in the ongoing endeavors for a durable solution to the conflict in the Sudan. Prime Minister Kamel Idris, on his part, delivered a message of good wishes from General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, the chairman of Sudan's Sovereign Council, to President Isaias Afwerki, as well as greetings and gratitude from the entire people of Sudan. Prime Minister Kamel paid tribute to the bold position of the government and people of Eritrea at a critical juncture in which the people of Sudan were going through difficult and trying times due to an imposed war. Prime Minister Kamel further attested that Eritrea's inspirational and historic stance stems from its profound values. At the meeting, Foreign Minister Osman Saleh and Ambassador Isa Ahmed Isa participated on the Eritrean side, while Ambassador Mahieddin Salim Ahmed, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Khalid Ismail Ahmed, Minister of Culture, Information and Tourism, and Osama Ahmed Abdel Barin, Sudan's ambassador to Eritrea, attended on the Sudanese side. Prime Minister Dr. Kamel Idris and his delegation arrived in Asmara for a two-day working visit to Eritrea. Upon arrival at Asmara International Airport, the delegation was rather accorded a warm welcome by Foreign Minister Osman Saleh. In other news, Assistant Nurse Abel Gebrahiwet, head of Dankur Health Station in the Eritrea administrative area, Ginda subzone, reported that the health station is implementing a commendable vaccination program, indicating that the health station provides prenatal treatment, vaccination services for children, outpatient treatment, voluntary counseling and pharmacy services. Assistant Nurse Abel stated that the number of pregnant women seeking treatment and delivering at the health station has increased by 25% and 7% respectively compared to the previous year. Vaccination coverage for children has also increased by 27%. Mr. Abdu Mahmoud, administrator of the Eritrea administrative area, on his part, called on the Ministry of Health branch in the Northern Red Sea region to play its part in efforts to renovate the health station. Dankur Health Station provides health services to residents of Eritrea, Maaldi, Begasa, Quruh, Mehlab and Kawakin administrative areas. Moving to the other regions of the country, educational material support has been extended to 600 disadvantaged students in the Gashbarka and Ansaba regions. Accordingly, 240 disadvantaged students from 25 schools in Keren City have received educational materials worth 28,476 nafa. While in Geleb, 60 disadvantaged students were provided support worth 7,119 nafa. Likewise, through mutual understanding between the Ministry of Labour and Social Welfare and the Ministry of Education branch in the Keren subzone, students with economic difficulties are attending regular education free of charge. Similarly, the Office of the Ministry of Labour and Social Welfare in Barantu subzone has extended educational material support to to rather 300 disadvantaged students. Noting that the support extended by the Ministry of Labour and Social Welfare to disadvantaged students is based on studies conducted by area administrators, the heads of the ministry's regional branches called on parents and the community to strengthen their participation for the successful implementation of the program. Dear viewers, we'll be back shortly with your international reports and more. Stay tuned. Welcome back. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer said he wanted a trade deal with India to be implemented as soon as humanly possible, after beginning a two-day visit yesterday, joined by more than 100 leaders from the business, culture and university sectors. Talks on the trade pact were concluded in May after 3 years of stop-start negotiations, with both sides rushing efforts to settle a deal in the shadow of tariff turmoil unleashed by U.S. President Donald Trump. The deal between the world's fifth and sixth largest economies aims to increase bilateral trade by a further $34 billion by 2040. Reports indicate that both sides have said that they're looking to ratify the deal and bring it into effect within the next year. In today's final report, the Chinese Defense Ministry said that China and Malaysia will hold a joint military exercise this month in the Southeast Asian nation and nearby waters. The exercise aims to deepen practical cooperation between the Chinese and Southeast Asian militaries, boost their capability to jointly tackle non-traditional security threats, and maintain regional peace and stability. Participating forces set out yesterday from China's military ports in Shenzhen, Sanya and Hong Kong for the exercise scheduled from October 15 to 23. More than 1,000 personnel from both sides, including over 700 of them from China, will participate, along with equipment from vessels and helicopters to unmanned systems. The sixth exercise of its kind will focus on humanitarian assistance, disaster relief and maritime security, with observers from other members of the ASEAN grouping invited. Dear viewers, that was it for today, but before we conclude, a quick reminder of the major headlines. President Isaias Afwerki met senior Sudanese delegation. Commendable vaccination coverage in Fishe Merara, Ginda subzone. UK seeks a quick implementation of India trade deal. And China and Malaysia to hold a joint military drill. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back tomorrow same time with more news and developments, but until then, have a good one.